Good morning and welcome to the trade setup right here on BloombergQuint Live. I hope my address reaches clearly, but because it's an important day of trade today, it's the penultimate day to expiry and a lot's happening. So let me cut straight to the chase. First, what the world markets did. Well, I think it was another record day for the Nasdaq and the S&P, but the futures are trading flat. So US markets did well in the session, but the futures as we speak are trading flat again. Not a dramatic uptick again, very minor gains for the Nasdaq and S&P 500. Nevertheless, there were gains. But like I said, futures are flat. Asia is mixed actually across the board. Very flattish moves, but some markets in the red, some markets in the green, and therefore it's almost a flattish morning. I didn't even bother looking at SGX even if it will come up on your screen, but I'm sure it's flattish. Maybe marginally negative, maybe marginally positive, but I would reckon that the SGX Nifty would be trading flattish today because you don't need SGX to tell you that today's session is likely to start off on a flattish note. Now, whether it gains during the second half of the trade remains to be seen. But it's a very important next 2 or 3 sessions, viewers, mind you, purely because until now we've had a bit of a trending market which people have bought into absence of any global local cues, etc. But there are a number of cues that all of us need to watch out for the next 2 or 3 sessions, action back as they will be. So one is the FNO expiry from our end, which is slated for the monthly expiry, and therefore very, very important. The US economic data will come out tomorrow, and that will be important. The Jackson Hole address, and there's a lot of talk about how the Fed governor will change the commentary around how the US targets inflation. And I don't know whether that will happen or not. Nobody knows, but that's the belief in the markets right now, and therefore that would have directions on how the US markets do Thursday, and therefore our markets do on Friday. Not to forget that there will be very important implications of the GST Council meet. The rumors are rife that taxes on two-wheelers might be cut, GST on two-wheelers might be cut, sin goods might be hiked. So therefore, two-wheelers could be in focus. They've had a bit of a rally already, but maybe there could be more. Or sin goods, there might be some downticks because of this as well. And again, people might have bought into these two-wheelers knowing that this is going to come, and there could be sell the news as well. So it's going to be very, very action-packed. So keep that at the back of your mind the next 2 or 3 days. The trade setup, precious little really. I mean, frankly, yesterday it was evident those fatigue at higher levels. The market breadth was negative for the first time in a really long time. The second time in the last 20 odd sessions. So it's not too much, but yes, it was negative. Sustainable move, I was looking at a few technical predictions, and a sustainable move below 11,400 odd could be technically considered as an exit opportunity if you are indeed long on the markets. And the Nifty Bank is holding forward, but and therefore could be the key index the key to the index outperformance too. Remember, the last 3 sessions, the Nifty Bank has gained 1,000 points, and yesterday HDFC Bank was the only chink in the armor. Otherwise, some of the other banking stocks did do well. So if indeed banks continue to do well, then that could be a big plus for the Nifty. Frankly, it does seem like banks could have a decent run. Let's wait and watch if that continues. And therefore, the stocks to watch today are important too. Not too many large names. Watch out for banking, of course. That's the key index to monitor. But in terms of specific stocks, VATech, Vabag, and almost everybody knows about why. But I'll lay out the reasons and a few points to remember. So they've approved this issuance of about 75 lakh shares on a preferential basis worth 120 crores. The shares will be issued at 160 rupees per share, and 50 lakh shares will be issued to Rekha Rakesh Jhunjhunwala. Effectively, the big bull makes an entry here. And there are a couple of other smart investors out here, to Amit Goyala, who is the aide or who works with Rakesh Jhunjhunwala, I think also is taking some preferential issue here. Now, the key is that the stock has gained nearly 70% in the last 7 trading sessions alone. And everybody should be mindful of that the stock has had a bit of a history in the last 7 days in terms of the moves. Now, keep in mind the other points to note. Fundamentally, VATech Vabag had missed the FY20 order inflow and the revenue guidance by 13% and 15% respectively. The company had suspended the FY21 guidance due to COVID-related uncertainty, and it's trading currently at about 12 times FY22 P. The assumptions are that while FY21 will have a downtake, FY22 EPS could be between 18 to 20 rupees. So on an average, let's assume it's 19 rupees. It's trading at roughly 12 times FY22 PE, which is at the upper end of these average multiples that it has enjoyed in the past. So keep in mind, I mean, there are fundamental issues which I'm sure the investors who've gotten in know about, and they would have taken a view about maybe the company 1 year out, 2 year out, and they might be more bullish and they would have complete information. I don't, of course. But you have to bear in mind that at 160, the valuations were slightly different than what they are at 227. However, the fact that Rakesh Jujunwala is coming into the stock will lead the stock to do well. And maybe the future could be rosy as well. So maybe an interaction with the management is something you need to hear before you take a plunge in the stock, simply because, as I said, the stock has had a bit of a run. Keep that in mind. Okay, what else? Aside of VA Tech Babak, it's a small stock. It's not necessarily the only thing that happens in the market. Like I said, two-wheelers, banks, etc. would be in focus. PNB, speaking of banks, would be in focus because the government has said that about 24 crore of rupees have been recovered in the Nirav Modi case. It's a small sum that could keep PNB in focus. A small company again, Ircon International, the volumes are not too high, about a lakh shares traded, but the numbers are abysmal, really. Net profit, revenue is down 50%, profit down 76%, margins contracted to 11.3% versus 16.4%. The quarter gone by, not that great. I don't have a hint about the commentary that the management has given. We'll probably give it today, but watch out for this one. Could have a small negative reaction. Let's wait and watch. I would watch out for these four stocks. All of these should be in focus today for various reasons. Rani Enterprises, India Mart, All Cargo, and Vedanta. Rani had a fabulous up move today, 30% upward at point of time, post closing in at 23% higher. But the rumors are rife of some corporate development announcement here. India Mart, ever since Modi initiated the coverage, the stock has gained about 30%. Fabulous yesterday as well. All Cargo delisting candidate now, and typically people like to believe that delisting plays could do well. Remember, yesterday I was saying that both Hexaware and Vedanta, after the delisting was announced at a particular price, have rallied quite substantially. So the market would probably believe that all Cargo would do the same as well. And Vedanta is in FNO ban, but could have some interesting moves as well, because we are getting very close now to the proposed delisting. They've raised money via bond issuances, etc. And all of this is a precursor to the company filing for the application for the delisting. So therefore, watch out. That could have some action as well in the session. And of course, a bunch of earnings today, which I think everybody will be watching out for, including Gillette, IGL, and Hindustan Foods. All of these important numbers to monitor. IGL in particular, Hindustan Foods, back-end manufacturing is gaining traction, and maybe not just in electronics, but in the food segment too. So therefore, Hindustan Food results would be keenly watched out for. All of these should be on your mind. But watch out for banking, watch out for metals, and watch out for VA Tech. Thanks so much for tuning in to the Trade Setup today.